What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Little recap from yesterday. If you tell with us, we went 2 out of 3. We still profit on the day. Tua didn't throw no pick. Justin Herbert didn't throw no pick. But the Bills -3, they killed us. And they also killed us on the parlay. For my parlay bettors, I feel for y'all. The Bills killed us on the parlay. So I'm gonna post all the screenshot right here. Man, honestly, man, like I said, this gambling shit so crazy because if you would have asked me what's my most confident pick, I think I said, I was like, I trust the Bills with, like, I don't have no issue. I thought they was in playoff form. And honestly, they looked great in the second half, but they just started off slow. You know what I mean? Like, Josh Allen looks like a great quarterback, but in terms of their defense, and then fluke shit happened, like the block punt that LA Rams got, it was just a bunch of crazy. When I saw the block punt, I kind of felt like we was going to lose that one. It just sucks. I wanted y'all to hit that parlay, man, but we still went 2 out of 3 on the straight bets. We still profiting. We got a big day today, man. I got 5 bets for y'all. Y'all can parlay them how you want or straight. I got 5 straight bets for y'all. Y'all can do what y'all want with them, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's get into these picks. First pick of the day, we're going to the NFL Monday night game. Bengals versus Cowboys. So I got another bet for this game too about the total, about the over-under. But this bet is for, I got Joe Burrow's under interceptions. I don't see a scenario. Once again, anything can happen in this gambling. But I don't see a scenario where Joe Burrow has to force a throw against the beat-up Cowboys. And one thing we know, the Cowboys are always going to let you down. So I'm not worried about the Cowboys winning this game at all. But 5.5 points is a little too much. Like, and that's another thing, too, I need to tell you about. Like, when it comes to football, them key numbers matter. What are key numbers in football? 3, 7, like point scoring numbers. So anytime you get a hook like 5.5, that's a tough number. I would never take like 6.5. I would never take 7.5 on a bet because that's technically two scores they got to win by. I'll take 6.5, but I won't necessarily take 3.5. You get what I'm trying to say? And I don't really want to touch the 5.5 because I just know it could be crazy Monday night football, but I think Bengals gonna win. But I don't see a scenario where Joe Burrow has to throw interceptions. The Cowboys defense, they look great at times, but I just don't see them showing up tonight. I think they're just defeated with the way their whole season's been going. Cooper Rush is not the best quarterback. I don't see them winning the game. I don't see Burrows having to throw the ball a lot. I'm thinking I could have took his attempts under because I don't think he's going to throw the ball a lot, even though I think it's going to be like a pretty high-scoring game. I think Joe Burrow's not going to throw an interception, and that's the first pick of the night, man. Let me know what y'all think about that. Let's get into the next one. Hey, y'all, sticking with the same game back in the NFL, we got Bengals-Cowboys over 47.5. Now, from everything I done seen and all the research I done, it leads me in the direction that this game is going over. I think the line was at like 49 or 50 when I put this bet in. It might be different now that you're watching, but of course we always adjust it. Remember that rule, we always adjust it, never take the line Vegas gives us. So it was at 49 or 50, I dropped it down to 47.5 and still got pretty decent odds on it. So I'm taking the over in the game. I also said before that I don't see the Bengals losing this game. I'm thinking the score gonna be like Bengals 35, Cowboys 19. That's kind of what I'm looking at, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't think Cowboys gonna get completely blowed out, but it's gonna be a clear gap that the Bengals shouldn't have to. They should be running the ball in the fourth quarter. What I'm trying to say. I don't see a situation where Burrow throws the pick, and I don't see a situation where they go under in this game. I just don't trust the Cowboys defense, and honestly, the Bengals defense hasn't been that tough either. I just think that overall, the Bengals are going to be able to score more points. It's going to be a shootout, in my opinion, and it's going to end with Joe Burrow. Pretty much, Joe Burrow is just better than Cooper Rush. That's what I pretty much think it's going to be. You know what I mean? I think the Cowboys going to try to rely on their somewhat run game to kind of protect Cooper. But when they go down 7 or 10 points, you're going to have to throw the ball. And Cooper might throw you a pick or so. So I think it's going to be like Bengals 35, Cowboys 19. So that's kind of what I think the game going to go like. I don't see a scenario. I'm going to say this 3 times. I don't see a scenario. I don't see a scenario that the Bengals lose this game. If the Bengals lose this game, I'm going to be so like just at a loss of words. I don't get it. Like, they're trying to get in playoff form. It's been a rough year, so I see it going over. I think the Bengals score at least 30, 35 points. I think the Cowboys put up about 17, 18, 19, but the game's going over. So that's the second bet. Bengals, Cowboys over 47.5. Let's get into the next ones. Y'all jumping over to the NBA. Got the Knicks versus the Raptors. Scotty Barnes under 37.5 PRA. So get this. Scotty Barnes, what I'm about to say kind of finna go against everything I'm saying for the bet, but just hear me out. Scotty Barnes is similar to Derek White of the Boston Celtics. He just does everything. He's a workhorse. Y'all know how Scotty Barnes plays. If you're an NBA fan, you know Scotty Barnes. He doesn't get tired. He's a workhorse. But I just don't see him clearing that line. I think that line is a little too high for him. I think his line should be at like 32, 33, which leads me to believe that he won't touch 37. He'll have to get 38 PRA, and I don't see him getting that against the Knicks. The Knicks, honestly, when the Knicks got Cat, I didn't think they would get better defensively, but they have. And also, on the flip side, I didn't think when Minnesota got rid of Cat, they would bother their defense. But Minnesota is just not the same defensive team that it was with Cat, which is crazy to say because I didn't think Cat was that big a deal on defense. But back to the Raptors and Knicks game, I just don't see him clearing that line. I think that the Knicks win this game. The Knicks could really blow out the Raptors. And if they blow them out, they could sit them. That's what I always pay attention to when I make these bets. You have to consider I'm not camera tripping, but what I'm saying is you have to consider blowout potential. Like a lot of people want to take, especially star players, people get burnt a lot like this. People take, like you might take Jason Tatum. Celtics might be playing Detroit, who is trash. You might take Jason Tatum over 28.5 points, but you're not considering they could blow them out with the Celtics. They got a way better team that could blow them out. So Jason Tatum might, only play about 32 minutes. So Jason Tatum might end up with 26, and now you're trying to say, oh, Vegas cheated, is rigged. No, they up by 40. He don't need to be in the game. So he's not playing the whole fourth quarter. So you know, it's only 2 points, but you got to consider blowout potential. A lot of bets get lost because people don't consider the whole game. You have to consider, you have to develop and predict in your mind how you think the game is going to go. And if you predict the game is going to go wrong, then 9 times out of 10, your bet's going to be off. But if you can kind of get your head around what the game is going to be, your bets are in more highly favored to win. You get what I'm trying to say? If you can kind of know how the game is going to be, then you can kind of know what your player is going to do. If a game is going to go into overtime, you know Jason Tatum. It's going to be a tight game. You know Jason Tatum's going to need that extra to win the game. He's going to have to score more. But against a team that he's not going to have to play, 32 minutes in, he might not clear his season average. So you got to think about these things, man. But that's the third pick, Scotty Barnes, under 37.5 PRA. Let's get into the next one. All right, y'all. For the fourth pick, we got the Blackhawks and the Rangers in hockey under 6.5 total goals. The line is set at 6. Honestly, you could take the 6, honestly. But we bumped it up to be safe. I'm going to take the under 6.5 total goals. I don't see these hockey teams scoring more than four total goals, if that, maybe 3. And I know for all the people that's not into hockey, you can skip this pick if you don't want to take this one. But I like to be well versed in all type of sports. I like to sports bet on everything. I like to sports bet every day. So I try to. But on my hockey unders, I will say, on my hockey, I typically win most of my hockey unders. You know what I mean? So that with my baseball unders too, but baseball is gone right now. But yeah, but hockey unders, I'm typically pretty good with it. So I'm taking the Blackhawks and the Rangers under 6.5 total goals. The line is at 6. I'm not going to say too much about this one. I just trust the numbers, trust what I see, trust my gut feeling. So yeah, Blackhawks and Rangers under 6.5. That's the fourth bet. Let's get into the final bet. All right, y'all. The final bet is another game we already discussed. Knicks and Raptors under 233.5. So check this out. I think the line is at 236 or 235 or something. I bumped it down a couple points, just to be safe with the line. But like I was saying, I don't see a scenario where the Raptors win this game. That's one. And I think the Knicks blow them out. I think the Knicks blow them out as well. And also, I also something you might want to look into. You could also look into Toronto Raptors total team points. Whatever it is, you can also look into taking the under. I don't see a scenario where the Raptors keep up. Because the thing about the Raptors is, and I talked about this in a couple of my other videos, just like the Utah Jazz, they play tough like Chicago Bulls. But they play tough and they can force teams like Minnesota or the Lakers. They can bully them around. But New York plays the same way as Toronto, but they're actually better. They're actually a better team that shoots better, has better defense. Toronto just plays real scrappy. You get what I'm trying to say? But New York is going to take it there with them. That intensity, that physicality, and they're a better three-point shooting team. So I don't see a situation where the Knicks lose this game. That's one. And I don't see a scenario where Toronto score a lot of points or over their team average. So I think it's going to be a blowout. And after a while, the Knicks take their foot off the gas. I'm taking under 233.5. So them the 5 picks for the day, man. I'm going to post them all here. I appreciate the level of support. Let's get to 200 subs, man. I'm doing a $50 giveaway at 200 subs. Tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your brother. Subscribe to 30 Locks. Let's get these free picks every day, man. Y'all be blessed. Let's get this money.